First impressions last. But how much truth does this actually hold if you didn't make an impression in the first place? Out of the many times we socialize in our daily lives, it's incredibly impossible to remember every single folk we encounter. Of course, we remember those that made us cry, laugh, angry, and scared, precisely because they stood above the others and made us feel something. Want to make a lasting impression on people? Below are 6 ways you could effectively imprint yourself in someone's memory, even with minimal effort and contact. 1. Listening is key. If you can't set a good impression with strong statements, leave a mark with how well you listen. Nowadays, it's easy to tell when people are bored with what you say. Too many people pretend to be engaged in a conversation, which isn't really hard to tell apart from people who actually listen. One of the ways you could earn someone's attention is by genuinely caring about the conversation. Listen to who you're talking to and don't break eye contact. This way, you make a person feel important. Even if you don't say anything remarkable, that person is likely to remember you as someone who cared about what he or she said. 2. Tell your own stories. Listening can only take you so far, so why not tell a couple of your own stories? People like hearing interesting tales as much as they love telling one, so telling your own jokes and sharing your own opinions are bound to make an impression on someone. They don't have to be absolutely mind-blowing either, just as long as they're interesting and relatable to strangers. 3. Feelings are everything. No one expects to be touched by a stranger. So when you start telling about a tragic family story or a hilarious backpacking adventure, people are bound to remember you as that interesting person. Just think back to every social situation you've ever been in. Think of a friend's birthday or a random wedding you've attended. Now think about the people you've met. You probably remember the maid of honor with the amazing speech or the obnoxious drunk uncle. Either way, these people have made an impression on you because they made you feel something. Whether it's annoyance, joy, fear, or resentment, feelings are a great way to make a lasting impression on someone. The next time you want to come off memorable, become vulnerable, tell stories, compliment someone, or make them laugh. These things are bound to make people feel something and make you worth remembering. 4. Bring controversy to the table. By controversy we mean odd opinions and strong statements, not lewd tales of your night in Amsterdam. If you want a guaranteed way to stand out, say something most people won't. It can be anything from politics to ethics to religion. Don't agree with a popular law? Tell them why. Don't like a certain mainstream artist? Defend your opinions. People are likely to remember someone who stands out from the rest. Of course, there's a fine line between being bold with your expressions and overtly insulting a group of people. 5. Show your confidence. No one's going to remember you if you're shying away in a dark corner. One of the best ways to make a lasting impression on people is by becoming confident, and not just verbally. Show it in the way you act, the way you stand, the way you interact with strangers that you meet. There are various ways you could channel confidence in your body language. You can smile a lot, not break eye contact, and maintain an open posture to the people you talk to. Even more subtle gestures like standing straight and not fidgeting are great ways to exude confidence passively. The key is to engage with your surroundings. Take up the space around you without slouching or shying away from those sitting next to you. Just be careful not to seem like a jerk about it, or else you'll come off overconfident, and that's another way to be remembered. 6. Get weird, not the wow, I should call the cops weird, but the hey, this person is interesting weird. When someone you're meeting for the first time asks you a question, you might want to consider answering playfully. Simple introductory prompts like, "How are you?" can already be a good way to test out your weird answers. Just make sure they're still likable and enjoyable. Otherwise, you're bound to scare people off. Yikes. The next time you want to catch someone's attention, the best way to do it is to stick out in a positive way. You don't have to be a celebrity to make a lasting impression on someone. Do things other people won't and instantly become the most memorable person in the room.